Hello everyone, welcome to the practice questions of logical consistency. Let's look at the first question. It says find the most logical consistent sentence that goes with the main question. And what's your main question? This is your MQ. So it says Peter runs fast when Rahul is in the lab. Now, what form is this? If you go back to the concept lectures, this form is A if B, where if is replaced here by when, so it becomes A when B. So A is Peter runs fast and B is when Rahul is in the lab. So what is the answer in these cases? The answer one could be a BA or it could be A bar B bar. Let's try and search for this. BA. B means Rahul is in the lab. Where is Rahul is in the lab? Here. And A would mean that Peter runs fast. Peter ran fast. BA. Do you have an option BA? Yes. Let's also check whether you have an A bar B bar here also. So A bar would mean that Peter ran fast. You negate it, it will become Peter didn't run fast. So D. And B bar here refers to Rahul was in the lab. So Rahul was not in the lab. So DC. Now if you see, you have both these options present here. And as we remember from the concept lectures that the priority and the precedence always goes for the positive sequence, and therefore this is the right answer. I hope this is clear. Let's go on to the next question. Next question says Deepika will eat only if the music is on. Again, this becomes my question, A only if B. So if A only if B, my possible answer choices are either AB or B bar A bar. So this is A, this is B in this case. Let me look at an AB. So Deepika will eat. Where is Deepika will eat? So it says Deepika might have eaten. Now might have is, so I'll write it like this. Might have is not equal to will, because might have is a possibility and will indicates surety. Therefore, I'll not take that as the point. Now, since A is not present, there is no point of checking B. Let me directly check B bar. So music is on. What is the opposite? Music wasn't on. So it could be C. And what is A bar? Deepika will eat. Deepika did not eat. Yes. So again, that's a surety. So CD. Do you have an option like that? Yes. And that's your answer. Again, understand that this question also has a DC. This is only to confuse you. So once your understanding of the rules is absolutely clear, you will realize that the answer is CD. I hope this is clear. All these questions, you can at least look at it 2 times so that you get a good grasp of how we are applying the logic that we have studied in the concept videos to the questions. Let's go on to the next one. So next one is an either or question. It says most people in this town are either literate, so this is X, or pretentious, which is Y. And what is my logic? Only one action will follow. So when I have an either or, I'll say only one action will follow at a time. So let me take this to be following. So I'll say most people in this town are literate. And again, I'll have to look at a sentence which is not pretentious. So AB. So this is clearly given. So this should be the answer. But let's try and check the other way around. Let's take this to be true. Let's say most people in this town are pretentious. What they have smartly given here is most people in this town are fanciful. They have given a synonym of the same word. What we do not know from this is whether fanciful always equals pretentious. Therefore, since this is the doubt that we have in our mind, we'll go with the first call or the first option that we have got, and therefore very easily we have got our answer as AB. I hope this was clear. Let's go on to the next one. So next question talks about, let's say it says Tata Motors to give a Nano along with a truck. Now it's a nice question. When are you getting the Nano? So if you, let's say, if A buys truck, he will get a Nano. That's how the sequencing is. Can this work the other way around? Can I say if A buys Nano, he'll get a truck? This is not possible. So to get a Nano, the mandatory condition is getting a truck. So which means my first option will be the mandatory condition, which means Tata Motors gave a truck would mean that Tata Motors gave a Nano. So 2, 1 should be the sequence that I should be looking at and not the other way around. If you see 1, 2, it will mean Tata Motors gave a Nano, Tata Motors gave a truck would mean that Nano, which brings us to this topic, that when you're buying a Nano, you're getting a truck, which is wrong because you get a Nano only when you buy a truck and not the other way around. So the answer in this case will be 2, 1. I hope this was also clear. Let's go on to the next one. Now the next question also is one of the connector types. It says the dog barks when the grass is green. A when B. Again, we'll apply the same logic. It has to be either BA or A bar B bar. Grass is green, so is C. I'm applying the first one. A means the dog barked. A, the dog barked, so it is CA. Do you have a CA option? Yes, it is there. Let's also check the A bar B bar. The dog barks, opposite will be the dog may have. The dog was not barking, but the dog may have barked is not equal to A bar. Therefore, the only option which will suffice in this case is the BA option. And B stands for grass is green. Grass is green is given in C. So it is C and A as the final option of the answer. I hope this was also clear. Let's go to the next question. Now the next question talks about she sleeps only when her boss is away. Now this again is in the form of A only when B, where her boss is away is B and her sleeping is A. Now in these cases again I know the answers. I know either it has to be an AB as my first priority or it will be a B bar A bar. So let me check this first. AB, A is she sleeps, so she slept, so D, and B stands for her boss is away. The boss, now again boss may be away, and this we have done in the previous question, that may be is not equal to will be, because this is a possibility. So this is a possibility and this is a surety. They don't match, which means any DA option will be the wrong option, which means we'll have to look for B bar A bar. B bar A bar would mean that when her boss is away. If you negate this, it would mean that the boss is in the office. So it is C. And A bar would mean she sleeping. So opposite of she sleeping will be she is not sleeping. So which option has that? She didn't sleep, which is B. Do you have an option of CB? Yes, you have an option of CB, and that is the final answer. This is a very nice question. I hope you have understood this. Let's go to the last question. So the last question is of a slightly different type. And if you notice the question carefully, you will see it says if you run, you will cry. If you cry, you will feel hungry. If you feel hungry, you will eat. So if I were to understand this question in a format, it would mean that A leads to B, B leads to C, and C leads to D. Because if you're running, you're crying. If you're crying, you're hungry. And if you're hungry, you'll eat. Which obviously mean that my final response will be A has to lead to D. Which means if you run, you will eat, which is the second option. But if you eat, you will cry may or may not be correct. So it is may or may not be correct. So all maybe, may not be cases have to be eliminated. The one which is absolutely sure has to be the answer, and therefore option number B has to be the answer for this question. Always remember that if A leads to D, D leading to A will not work. So had one of the option been if you will eat, you will run, that would have been absolutely wrong. I hope this is clear. This entire lecture, we covered 3 major type of questions asked in logical consistency. And I hope you have understood all these questions along with the practice questions. These type of questions are very common in banking exams. And I hope once you do a bit of practice on these, you will get a good grasp over these topics. Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.